Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thea Says. I am your favorite Thea, Araceli Aviles, giving advice to all of our resident Salemites. And today, I will be advising Mr. Brady Black. Brady, you've not had an easy time of it as a father. I completely understand how lost sometimes you feel navigating two children who are at different stages in their development, going through very different experiences. One just had to say goodbye to his child. One is still a child herself and is still so vulnerable, having to deal with such adult situations and many adult things. So there's no plan. There's no real good guidebook that I could tell you A, B, and C of what to do and how to navigate each of their traumas and their circumstances at this point. However, there is one sticking point that I am becoming aware of, and I think that you should too. You have a very precocious, very intelligent, very interesting daughter. And she asks a lot of questions. I'm not sure if you know. She talks a lot. She asks a lot. And she can tell when you're not saying something. And that became very clear this week in your conversations surrounding various family members, in conversations with Sarah, and bringing up, histories of children and such. And I'm just wondering when you plan on telling Rachel about, her being switched at birth. Not that you'd have to tell her the whole shebang, whole story, but I would advise you to keep a very close eye on Rachel, maybe even closer than you think, not just in terms of her behaviors as this Johnny situation unfolds, as his trial unfolds, but be aware of the questions she's asking and the details that she's picking up and the adult conversations that she is listening in on, because part of the reason I think that she is becoming so inquisitive is because she is really being enveloped in a lot of these adult situations, and either that has to be nipped in the bud, or you and Kristen have to have a very serious conversation about what is and is not going to be shared with Rachel at this time or in the future. Those conversations are always ongoing, but I would just caution you to pay attention to the questions that she is continuously asking right now and the little things that she's picking up on. Kids are inquisitive that way, and your child just happens to be a bit more so. And that has been the SS.